I am not convinced that Shedeur is going top 10. Like, I'm not convinced.
I think we're definitely open to trading back and acquiring more picks. I think we're going to be open, to all possibilities. Let's put it that way.
If you could see a trade, and I can see Dez, I can see y'all trading up to maybe
exactly.
8.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
I can see y'all trading up to 8. And I think Zach would have been open to the trade.
I wish I could. I was almost asked because I think if Mason Graham doesn't fall, I think the Panthers actually trade back in real life. Like if Mason Graham falls, that has to be the pick because then you put him and Derek Brown on the interior of the defensive line, and you have to have that because Derek Brown's getting older, and that defensive line takes a massive step forward. But if they're not there, they have holes at safety, at corner, at linebacker, at defensive tackle. They could use another DN. They also could use some more weapons for Bryce. They have so many needs that I don't think Barron or Will Johnson are bona fide like all pro level guys, but I do think they're good top 10 picks. Trade back, get way more draft capital, and capitalize on some of these second, third, fourth round guys that you can fill more roster spots in rather than taking a flyer at 8. But so I think that there's more value in trading back if you're the Panthers when you have like 6 different needs.
And Dan Morgan has come out and said that he is open to trading back, right? Yeah. And the news came out after the Derek Carr news came out because he knows that we're now vulnerable. And so
how comfortable would you be in a potential trade back scenario? And I guess, in other words, where do you see the ledge of first round talent falling?
I don't really want to get into specifics on like where I would trade back to, but I think we're definitely open to trading back and acquiring more picks. I think we're going to be open, to all possibilities. Let's put it that way.
He is hoping to capitalize.
Jacksonville's going to do the right thing.
He's hoping to capitalize on that and open.
I mean, I would call. At minimum, I would call.
Yeah.
Well, forget all those people who's trying to stop us from getting Shedeur.
Pittsburgh needs to slide right on up in there, right before the Saints, because I feel like that's what they're going to try to do. But he really is our guy. But he's not going to be there at 21. He's supposed to be with us, not with y'all. I'm just saying.
Shedeur?
He gave us a 10. Okay.
Listen, I am not convinced that Shedeur is going top 10. Like I'm not convinced. Because
I feel like off the strip of his daddy, he gonna go top 10.
Yeah, like if you take away the Deion, like put him over there to the side, like how does the league evaluate him? That's the thing. Like we hear all this chatter, right, about like, oh, Shedeur is this, Shedeur is that, but like how does the league evaluate him? And in my opinion, it's Cam Ward, there's a drop. Yeah. And then you come in and get like Shedeur, right? Like so in between there, in my opinion, I wouldn't be shocked if Shedeur lasted until late first round and somebody's like, okay, cool, like now we'll take him or whatever else. Like it always happens. There's someone who falls down the draft board and people are like clutch their pearls and everything else like they didn't know. But like again, you got to think about how do league evaluators look at him, and if they're not as high on him as like Cam Ward is. If you saw the Titans, like we're like, yep, we're out. We want Cam basically without telling everyone they want Cam, and now it's Cam and then everybody else.
So and I hear you. The funny part is that I'm seeing as you're talking, Mick, I'm seeing Zach go. And I'm shocked because Zach was there with me when we're watching Shedeur take over the SWAC, right? When we're watching Shedeur grow as a passer, as a quarterback, as a leader, when he's dominating. Zach was there with me when we see him only lose the championship game because somebody failed him, not because he failed them. Zach was with me, and still no belief, Zach. I am dumbfounded in this moment. I feel betrayed.
He's not saying he don't believe. He's not saying he don't believe. He's just saying he understands why he could fall.
Yeah, like I just think there's a ceiling, right? Like I don't think Shedeur is going to come to the league and just be like a trash quarterback. And I think the people who are like really trashing him, like you see the social media, like man, he wouldn't even be drafted. He's not a first round quarterback. Like, oh, that's a little ridiculous. But I think Cam Ward has top 5 NFL potential. Like in 5 years, I could see Cam Ward being the best quarterback in the league. Shedeur, I can't. I think Shedeur's ceiling is like Geno Smith.
Oh.
Listen, I'm with you. You want to know why? Because I'll tell you this. If you go back and look at Shedeur's, yeah, pick your face up, man. I'm about to explain.
The Geno Smith shit is crazy.
But to be real though, like for Shedeur, the issue is if he doesn't have an offensive line, obviously no quarterback can operate. But you would expect Shedeur to kind of operate a little bit quicker in the pocket. His ability to kind of shift there should be a little bit quicker, especially at the NFL level. And I feel like a lot of times he just panicked. If he didn't see a first read open or whatever, my guy, you got to scan, read, throw. And that's hard, right? Like I'm saying this because I'm not on this field doing it, right? You've got 2 seconds to decide. But what I'm saying is this is his craft. He's got to be able to own it. So what they're looking for is being able to be calm and smooth in that pocket, throw those footballs on time. And if Travis is not out there, good luck getting that football down the field. So that's my other concern with Shedeur. Like if it's not Travis,
then who?
Are we going to get the same sort of production? Like I'm just like it doesn't matter who's out there. Like he's developed this connection with Travis that's obviously undeniable, but I'm concerned about like how are you going to, distribute the ball to other people? Maybe he will. Maybe he proves us wrong. But I felt like if his offensive line did not save him, it was going to be a very long day for him. Whereas for Cam is so calm in that pocket and can eat up a defense with no problem.
I have to disagree. Real cold.
Oh, we finally got MC in the conversation.
Let's go.
Welcome.
Yeah, so when you think about his growth, all he's been doing is growing, right? All these every situation, all he's done is elevated. I think what I think is going to happen is either Dallas is going to trade up, or I wouldn't be surprised if the Pittsburgh Steelers traded up to get him. I think this dude is really going to be phenomenal. Like you said, who's he going to throw to? There's a bunch of other people that are way faster, way better than Travis right now in the league that he can throw to. And I think he's a guy that has the patience to do it. And I think either Dallas or Pittsburgh is going to come get him.
Let me ask you this. Do you have questions about his size, like his frame?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have questions about that.
That's the Jaden Daniels thing too. Because last year, like, is he so small? Is he so small? Is he so skinny?
I just ask because I've heard varying opinions on it. So I like to ask people who are in this a lot more than I am. Like obviously I'm it's more my job, but I'm not in NFL all day long. So
who's like? Are you saying Shedeur's more elusive than Cam?
I didn't say that at all. I just said he has it. Yeah. He does. Look at his growth. All he's doing is growing.
The growth has been there. That I won't deny that the growth has been there. But that's my point is that like he's not as elusive as Cam is. And that's the problem. As soon as he gets into trouble,
that don't mean he won't be great.
And he's just too good not to do that.
Well,
he's coming in with the mentality that he's okay with learning though, like sitting back and learning. I mean, from what we heard. So to me, that's a great mindset.
Is Deion okay with that? That's the
we don't worry about it. I thought you said we won't worry about Deion, man.
Okay. Hey,
but the thing is,
I feel like Deion's gonna like throw like the largest tantrum
at this
that we
point.
Could probably see.
He better listen to himself. He know he.
And wasn't Tom Brady helping him?
Yes.
Tom Brady is his mentor. That is the thing.
Come on now,
Michael Jordan was the mentor for the entire Charlotte Hornets, and they sucked for 30 years.
Michael Jordan is the worst mentor on earth. Let's be honest about it. Michael Jordan is not a great mentor. Michael Jordan, if he sees you can beat him, he don't want to mentor you no more.
Jordan's about Jordan.
He's not a
horrible mentor.
He's a great player.
He's not a mentor. He's not a role model. He's not a friendly guy.
Nope.
Michael Jordan is a jerk. And
he's
that
just
is true.
the best player to play basketball.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think Shedeur.
He goes up the X when it comes to anybody. I
don't think anyone's saying Shedeur's going to be a bust. Like, I also think we have to like shift the perception. Just because you draft a quarterback in the first round, there's only so many Mahomes, Brady's, Peyton Manning's. Like, I understand when I say Geno Smith, everyone's like, "Oh my God, that's disrespectful." Do you know how good you have to be in the league as long as Geno Smith has and be a starter? The dude threw for 3,000-4,000 yards like 2 or 3 years ago.
In fact, I'm with you, bro, 100%. Except for that 10-year hiatus he took when nobody saw him and he was on the sideline, and then all of a sudden he comes back and like, y'all remember Geno? Oh yeah, Geno. That's what I don't want to see.
He ain't right back.
You know,
I'll say this. I just don't think the upside with Shedeur is what you get with Cam.
Okay, so I'll say this, and I just want to answer a few questions. I know Meg talked about his inability to throw to anybody but Travis Hunter, but I remember Shane Hooks, and I don't know, y'all don't know Shane Hooks, but Shane Hooks is some of y'all do, but Shane Hooks was a dog, and Shedeur, made him his guy when they were at the FCS level. And so that wasn't outside of Travis Hunter. Now, he had a litany of great wide receivers in that little bit, right? But he found Shane Hooks and really made him a dude. And so that wasn't Travis. It was outside of Travis, and he can build relationships outside of Travis, like the one he's built with Jimmy Horn. But anyway, I do believe in Shedeur's ability to lead like that. I also say, MC Nice mentioned, there's people way better than Travis Hunter at the wide receiver position right now. That's true, right? If he goes to the Steelers, who's he throwing to? DK Metcalf and Antonio Brown 2.0. And if he goes to if he goes to the Saints, right? He got Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed. So he's gonna have some, great weapons to throw to. That's all I'm saying.
My point was, that was more so rhetorical, but my point was go back and look at those games where Travis was hurt or injured or things like that, and you see Shedeur and obviously that's his number one guy, so you kind of expect a little bit. But what I wanted to see from Shedeur was figuring out a way to get out of it, because it's not like Colorado had zero weapons, right? It's not like they were just out here just Shedeur and Travis to the moon. I think for Shedeur, I would love to just see him slow his processing down just a little bit, because I think, like I said, he panics a little bit. If he would just keep himself a little more composed, he would probably be fine. Give himself some time. I do think it's all about landing spot and fit, because if he ends up if the Cowboys end up trading up to get him, I'm going to pray. Because I just feel like that's just not a great spot for him to land. No. And for the Steelers, maybe I could see something like that happening. I wouldn't be opposed to that. There's only so long you can play musical quarterbacks now, so you need somebody.
I just hope he doesn't go to Cleveland or New York. If Shedeur goes to Cleveland or New York, he ain't reaching Geno Hess level. He's gonna be out of the league in 6 years.
Yeah.
He's gonna get murdered in New York.
He ain't going nowhere like that.
So, are y'all saying New York Jets or the Giants?
The Giants.
Talk about the Giants.
Both would be proper. Because that Giants offensive line can't block a soul. They're going to get him hurt year one.
Yep.
You thought it was bad with Caleb Williams. Now take Caleb Williams and subtract his speed by 20.
Yeah. I'll say this though, he will have Malik Neighbors, and so that's some.
What good is that if you can't throw to him?
Yeah,
he's going to be in the ground.
He's going to be in the dirt before he can. Neighbor, blah blah blah. Oh, concussion.
I don't want him there. I don't want him there. But I'm just saying. All right,
Pittsburgh would be perfect. Pittsburgh would be perfect because they even got young guys like McCormick last year stepped up at guard for them. They got some young pieces on that offensive line where the Steelers also think have the draft capital to put some pieces around him, and they don't have any glaring needs where you're okay, if Pittsburgh doesn't get this, Shedeur can't succeed. Their one problem has been quarterback. So you send Shedeur to the Steelers. That would be the perfect landing spot. I also think it's kind of like what you saw with Lamar, and I'm a big Cam Ward guy. I wish Cam Ward was getting the Shedeur treatment. Please drop Cam to somebody who has some weapons. I don't really want to see him go to Tennessee, but if you drop Shedeur or Cam into a system like the Steelers, man, and you give him a coach like Mike Tomlin, come on, man, who isn't going to be successful? And that is similar to Lamar, where the Ravens came up and got him. He got Harbaugh, got all those weapons. And I think that played a big role in why Lamar's development has been so rapid and so good. If you drop Lamar into one of those top 5 pick teams that year, I don't think you see the Lamar ascension that we've seen in the NFL.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process, and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals, and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.